Investing in 2026 feels overwhelming. One headline tells you to buy gold, another says tech stocks are exploding. A different one warns that an AI bubble is about to burst. You're told to save 15% of your salary for retirement, but also somehow diversify globally, even though nobody explains what that actually means. No wonder most beginners freeze. So in this video, we're cutting through all of that noise and giving you the only investing strategy that consistently works in bull markets, bear markets, bubbles, crashes, and everything in between. By the end, you'll know exactly what to invest in, when to invest, and how to automate everything, even if you've never bought a single stock in your life. And there's one beginner mistake that quietly costs people more money than any market crash. We'll get to that shortly. Investing is not about getting rich quickly. It's about protecting yourself from the one enemy that quietly eats your money every year: inflation. If you keep $1,000 in a bank account today, a few years from now, it might only buy you $800 worth of goods. Doing nothing feels safe, but it is actually the slowest way to lose money. But inflation isn't the only reason investing matters. The biggest wealth shift of the past generation is this: people who own assets get ahead, and people who rely only on a salary fall behind. Stock market investors have earned around 8 to 10% per year on average. Homeowners have watched their properties double or triple in value. Business owners have scaled faster than salaries could ever keep up with. Meanwhile, wages barely keep up with rising prices. If your entire financial life is just earning and spending, you stay in the loop forever. If you own assets, you break the loop. That's what investing does. Now let's talk about how the stock market really works. When you buy a stock, you're literally buying a small piece of a company. If you buy one share of Netflix, you now own a tiny fraction of Netflix. You're basically saying, I believe this company will grow and I want my money to grow with it. You make money when the stock price rises and when companies pay dividends. Simple enough. But here's the problem. Choosing future winners is almost impossible. BlackBerry dominated phones. Today, almost irrelevant. Kodak ruled photography, then collapsed. General Electric was once untouchable. Now it's a shadow of its past. Even the biggest companies can fall out of favor. So instead of trying to pick winners, successful investors do something smarter. They buy the entire market. This is where index funds come in. An index fund is a giant basket containing hundreds or thousands of companies. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Coca-Cola, all in one place. If one company struggles, it barely impacts your overall investment. If tech is down, healthcare, energy, finance, or industrials might carry the weight. It's a natural balancing system. The S&P 500, the 500 largest U.S. companies, has historically returned about 10% per year. $100 invested in 1996 would be worth over $1,700 today. And the best part? You didn't have to guess which companies would win. The index adjusts automatically as winners change. Today's giants might not be tomorrow's leaders, but with an index fund, you always own the next generation of winners without ever making predictions. So what should you actually invest in? For beginners, the simplest portfolio is often the best one. A global index fund gives you exposure to companies all over the world. An S&P 500 or total U.S. market fund gives you strong long-term growth, and if you want stability, you can add a small bond fund. No hype, no guessing, no chasing the next big thing, just broad ownership of the world's most successful companies. Now let's walk through exactly how to start. Step 1. Pick an investing platform, a brokerage app or website. Make sure it's regulated, reputable, and has low fees, because even small fees can eat into your long-term returns. Step 2. Choose the right type of account. If you have a workplace retirement plan like a 401k, take the employer match first. That's free money. After that, consider tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA. Once those are maxed, use a regular brokerage account for everything else. Step 3. Choose your index funds. Keep it simple. A global fund and an S&P 500 fund are more than enough to build serious wealth. Step 4. Automate your investing. Most beginners lose money not because the market fails, but because they wait for the perfect moment to invest. Automation solves this. With automatic monthly investing, also known as dollar cost averaging, some months you buy when prices are high, some when they're low, and over time it evens out. More importantly, automation stops you from second-guessing yourself and making emotional decisions. Which brings us to the biggest risk beginners face. The real risk is not the market, it's our own emotions. When prices fall, beginners panic and sell. When a stock is skyrocketing, beginners FOMO in at the top. When the news gets scary, beginners freeze and do nothing. Automation protects you from yourself. Diversification protects you from unpredictability. Long-term thinking protects you from short-term noise. That's how real wealth is built. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't get rich by predicting the future. You get rich by owning it. Own broad index funds, stay consistent, automate your contributions, and give your investments time. If you want investing to feel simple instead of stressful, hit the subscribe button for weekly Networth Inc. financial blueprints that actually work. And now that you know what to invest in, click the next video on your screen to learn how to build a portfolio that grows automatically over time. This is Networth Inc., where your money learns to grow.